Hi, Genki Call here with your Soulforge offerings for the week of September 19th, 2022. Before we go in here and look at all of the pretties in here, let me show you what's left in the Soulforge for this cycle. From the amazing King Ollie, this list comes. He does this for his guild every week, and it's just amazing. Thank you, King Ollie. So within the next 2 weeks, you're going to see all but one of these in the Soulforge. So if you want one of these more than what's in there right now, save your diamonds. Also, week 3, one of these will be in the Soulforge, and we'll start a new mythic cycle, which means that whatever you've been waiting for within 3 weeks could be in the Soulforge, or it could be towards the end of the cycle. There's no way to know. But this is what's remaining in the Soulforge right now for the upcoming next couple of weeks. What we do have in here right now, for the Legendaries, Behemoth is good. Deal damage to all enemies, destroy 12 gems. Good in delving. Generally don't use them besides that, but this gain 10 life on 4+ gem matches is pretty nice. Then we have the Autumnal Imp. This is seasonal. They are only in the drop table for keys at certain times of the year. So this will be in the drop table for your keys coming up pretty soon. Not there right now. Scatter damage, destroy 10 gems. If the enemy dies, gain 8 magic. And gain 8 magic on brown gem matches. I generally don't use the imps except for the Winter Imp, who does true damage. Winter Imp rocks. Autumnal Imp, I've never really used him. Forest Guardian is significant because he gives a 50% mana start to all beast allies. He transforms purple gems to skulls and brown gems to green. Allied beasts gain barrier. I have a team that I love to use with Hatir and Scroll and Forest Guardian on it. I will share that video. At the end of this video, you'll find a thumbnail for that as long as I remember to do it. You can always remind me if I forget. And then the last one, legendary-wise, is Nutcracker 1225. Eliminate all armor from an enemy, explode all gems of one of the enemy's mana colors, and then explode all stone blocks, which actually can happen outside of delving now, thanks to Medusa and a few others. Give 4 armor to all mechs, blah, 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 blah. Impervious is nice. Now, would I craft any of these? I generally don't recommend crafting legendaries because those 800 diamonds are much better put towards the mythics because the mythics are harder to get and they cost 4,000 diamonds. However, if there is a team you're dying to try out, you really need the troop for some specific reason, or if you need it because your power mana or power level blocked in a kingdom, that would be a good reason to spend the 800 diamonds, but that is totally up to you. Now, as for the mythics, ooh, we've got some good ones, true damage ones. Euryali. Euryali is most significant because of the poison all enemies on 4+ gem matches. You pair her with Scorpius, who insta-kills anything that's poisoned, and, you know, it's a really nice matchup. I personally like to use, what's his name? Magnus, who poisons all enemies when he casts, but Euryali sure does speed things up. She does true damage to all enemies boosted by Naga and undead allies, summons a Bone Naga, which is kind of a mess summons, but, you know, it's a meat shield. Or bone shield. Anyway, I like her. I like her. She's very useful, but then again, I'd rather use Queen Bee, generally speaking. The Scourge of Honor. Now, the reason the Scourge of Honor is significant is twofold. First, he does true damage to all enemies. He gains 2 mana back for each cursed or diseased enemy. And he curses and diseases a random enemy when matching 4+ gems, so he's likely to get quite a bit of his mana back. And he's really good to run with things that are, like with High King Iron Gut, things that are immune to Devour, for instance, are no longer immune if they are cursed. And so If you need a curse on board and you want to do a little extra damage, the Scourge of Honor is very nice for that purpose. Next up, always here, Arch Proxy Evendra. Now, I love Arch Proxy Evendra. She's a lot of fun. Her spell is not affected by magic, so getting her webbed is not going to affect this spell because there's nothing purple here. So convert all yellow gems to Uber Doom Skulls. The Uber Doom Skulls really blow up the board. Uber Doom Skulls will do 10 damage each, not just 5. And they blow up, of course. And then she curses, webs, and poisons the strongest enemy. She conjures an Uber Doomskull when an enemy dies. It's the only troop in the game that does so at this point that I know of. And she has some spell damage reduction. She can be really fun on the right team, but is generally not used just in general. She's not used that much, but she is very fun to use. Lastly, we have the Consort of Darkness, which I mean, there's your magic, this number right here, +1, chance to slay an enemy. It's based on magic, so if you have 100 magic, you're 100% going to kill unless it's Enraged Kurandar or Leona's Tower. Those are the only 2 player-owned troops that are immune to lethal damage. Also, Raid Boss Zolgoth and the Towers from Invasion and the Dooms are immune to lethal damage. But, yeah, he's not great. I've heard him referred to as Walmart Zolgoth. That's if he kills. And, you know, there are ways to raise the magic, but he's just... The Archduke does it much better, because the Archduke gets extra magic every single turn from his traits. This guy, he steals life from the first enemy when matching purple gems, so if you have a ton of purple gems, he's going to steal some life, but he does summon Darkstone at the start of battle. It's not persistent, but, you know, it's at the start of battle. But, you know, I'm just not that impressed with Consort of Darkness compared to the Archduke. If you have to choose between the 2, I would choose the Archduke, but that's not a choice right now. So generally, if you're going to craft something this week, I'd say the Scourge of Honor, Euryali, or the Arch Proxy Evendra, depending on your goals in the game and where you are right now. Weapons. I must have all the weapons except for this one. It's a Doom, it's 900 diamonds, and it's not a great one. It does splash damage, and, you know, they're made for Guild Wars, really. Sent for defense. It's okay, but it's not 900 diamonds. Okay, I have 12 weapons for Broken Spire, so I'm not worried about getting weapon block there right now. So, not going to craft it. The rest of this stuff, though, we've got some good stuff here. Check it out. We've got the Flammifer. The Flammifer is really good if you need red. Deals damage to an enemy boosted by red gems. And, yeah, I mean, it's creating red gems. Really good for that purpose. The Doomed Club, this is one of the better doomed weapons. If you're going to craft a doom, this will be a good one, because this is one of the ones that creates doom skulls. Any doomed weapon that creates doom skulls is going to be great, even if you don't have it leveled up. A lot of these doomed weapons, they're good, but they're really best if you have them leveled. Not so much with the doomed ones that create doom skulls, because the doom skulls are going to do a ton of damage. You don't even have to worry about the scatter damage. So this is one of the good ones. I recommend crafting this. It's really good to run with Queen Beatrix, because Beatrix is going to create a bunch of green gems. Wahahaha. Now there are all kinds of ways you can use it, but if you want a good doomed weapon, this is one of them. Then we've got Shegra's Spine. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by giant allies, then create a mix of 6 blue and brown gems for each giant ally. This is really useless in this event, but if you are doing something from Stormheim that uses a bunch of blue and brown, it would be much more useful. Then we've got Wump. I am enjoying Wump in this world event. It's really useful. Damage to an enemy boosted by Broken Spire allies to create a mix of 6 red and brown gems for each Broken Spire ally. I'm running this with Magma Dragons, so there's already a ton of red and brown on the board. It's just really, really useful in this particular world event, so I'm having fun with this one. And looks like that is it for the things that are Broken Spire themed. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you folks soon. Bye bye.